When oil was $100 a barrel, they were pumping each day 1 million barrels a day out of their wells that could have been ours. They have they're building an island off of the city, a $50 billion island just for the homes of the people that made money.
So how much money did he scarf from the people of Aspen?
Well, Victor was foolish. He took our stock.
What was his last name? Victor
Kozimi.
Kozzetti.
He took our stock and went to
Kozini.
the Czech Republic and borrowed $300 million and put our stock as collateral. We didn't know it. We discovered it years later. As a result, he ended up with $3 million, or his mother ended up with the money in Liechtenstein, but foolish. He was dealing in pennies, and he could have had billions. So that's not all the people that you deal with are the smartest. I might say that I did file a lawsuit, so I'm very famous for class actions. I've been the lead plaintiff in a lot of cases, and we won all. And one we lost, a lawyer came in and settled for $1 million, but he left $500 million on the table. But that was the only one we really lost. We've been successful in the class action. Well, recently, a month ago, I heard that Sweden is investigating the largest bribe of $1 billion that's ever been made. The same people who are being investigated today are the people that ended up owning our warrants, which, by the way, I can't talk about a lot of the details because I signed an NDA, not talking about what happened.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Non-disclosure agreement. But the people that ended up, who paid us some money, are being investigated, and that includes Mikkel Friedman, who owns Vimpelcom, and Telenor, which is a company that bought the cellular company, and a couple other people. So you have to be very careful. You have to do your own research. Or nowadays with computers, you can do a hell of a lot more than we were able to. We met people. We talked to them. You can do the same thing on the computer because everybody has conferences and the president's companies talk. And they talk about their company. And you've got to listen. John Malone, who I mentioned, every employee, every shareholder, anybody who's ever been involved in his companies, even though one or two failed, has become very wealthy. And everything that he has done, he has forecasted at a meeting sooner. Be like, I don't like to mention names, but there are two companies that he just spun off. He said, someday this company is going to be together with this company. Now, he said this 12 times in the past, and every time it's happened. He is famous in not having to pay taxes because of spin-offs. And the people that work for him, one of the independent directors, and I just looked at one of the prospectus that just came out to vote, David Vargo, I can mention his name. He was an analyst. 10, 12 years ago, John liked him and put him on a board. I looked at the number of boards that David Vargo is on, And he's on his way to becoming a billionaire from nothing. He has so many stock options and so many shares just by sitting on a board and saying yes.
So how much is John Malone worth now?
Well, the figures are 4 to 6 million, but if you take
4 to 6 what?
a billion,
Thank you.
46 billion. But he only owns, he's the largest landowner in the United States. He has land in Ireland, 3.2 million acres of land. I don't know the value of that, but he's been investing for years. If you add up the shares that he owns in all the companies, it's a lot more than $4 billion.
All right, so let's go back to the partnership, Aaron, with your brother. Your brother, you were partners from 1948 to 73, and then he died in 81, and you told me he had an estate of about $2 million that he gave to his kids. What happened to that $2 million over the next few years?
Well, I became the advisor.
Nice and loud, please.
I became the advisor and the trustee to my two nephews and niece and the widow in 1981. I supported them for 25 years. From the estate mostly, but from other little things. In 2000, they were worth more than 120 million.
So let me repeat this, please. You turned 2 million into what?
120 million.
120 million. And
Anyway,
then they loved you at that point, right?
No, they loved me.
And then what
because
happened?
They were getting big monthly checks. The market fell. Our portfolios at that time